the stripy tiger. He hunts. He's a predator. What does he eat? He eats deers and meat. This is a strong animal. It's a killer animal. But nevertheless, it's very important to our environment. He is very strong, a predator, but he never attacks first. It's a very rare animal. He's close to extinction. But it is our symbol. Probably today, if you look at our city from space, this city would look like one big Amur tiger. Look at how many tigers, tigresses, tiger cubs are around me. In autumn, traditionally, Vladivostok becomes this colorful because we have the original Tiger Day. In a few moments, the main parade will start and it's going to be full of colorful and fun events. This is a parade to solve one of the major problems that is happening right now, and this episode is about it. Who do you come with and how well are you prepared? We are the primary school number 10 and we are very actively preparing all the way since May. We'll have a super show. They'll be working with flags, they'll spin, turn them, change forms. Our school is very active and everything will be great. I even see that their shirts are handmade. Everything was made by our parents and kids. This school has very active parents and everything is organized by them. We also have this amazing big flag with tiger. So we are all for the tigers. Stripy beauties out there with the black lights and wonder colors. So let's show our love all there and help the nature and the tigers. How do you prepare for the festival? We got costumes, we got balloons and other things, and now we're dressed up like every single one of us is a tiger, and everybody's happy. How does a tiger growl? We are the playful tigers. We're the kindergarten number 188. We started preparing for the festival a long time ago. At school, we actually learned how to paint the tigers, and we prepared for this event very, very actively. We are sure that everything will be great on the day of the tiger. Yay! Apart from the kindergarten, the subject of tigers, we also talk about this at home. Our kids are very well aware that the tigers are close to extinction and that we need to save it from them. There's not that many left in the world and they're pretty and every child loves them. Sadly, we just have to visit the zoos to actually show the real ones. It is very sad to see them behind bars, but that's the only way we can actually show the real tiger to the children that is still alive. Our kindergarten is part of the education system for the children. We are proud to be able to save the world and being part of this group of people. We want to save every single tiger out there and keep everything alive in this world. Do you have any ecological classes for children? Our work is for the children. In our kindergarten, we ourselves have classes about ecology with the children. We paint with the children. For example, this tiger was painted by it. We have a lot of different activities in our kindergarten. For example, yesterday we had a master class on the premises. We try to do everything possible for our children. This is our first time at the festival. There's so much variety and so much creativity. Everybody's trying to show all different sides of the same thing. This is awesome. Where are you from? We are from Baikal. Do you have anything similar in your region? No, not yet. Do you have any tigers around there? We don't really have even tigers. Why did you decide to take part of this festival? The World Wildlife Foundation. So pretty much you can call this a unified project? Yes, this is a unified project. This is our dog and it's a real tiger. Wow, pretty much this is my personal tiger. Who has painted your dog? Well, we've all actually painted our dog. So pretty much your dog is taking part of the festival as well? Of course. He's so proper. Wow. We are a private school, and pretty much every single child that's part of the school, including the parents, are participating in this parade. We have our own uniforms. We love this festival. We always prepare ahead of time, learn different texts and other things to be part of the festival. What type of texts do you learn? Can you show me an example right now? We are the tigers, we are great. Don't be the bat and save the lakes. We help them with our life and stop using all those knives. This is the parade of tigers and leopards. We are here from the school number 28, and we want to save all of you. This year's parade is the major one because it's one of the anniversary parades. This festival has been celebrated in our region for over 20 years. The festival was created at the end of the 90s by the ecology writer Vladimir. Officially, this festival was celebrated only in schools and libraries by the method of using different workshops and classes about ecology and all sorts of things. And in 2001, it became a city event, and by 2008, it became a regional event. Honestly, a Day of a Tiger is probably one of the most popular events of the locals in Vladivostok. First of all, it's because it's very fun to dress up, paint your face, come up with different steps and take part of this huge parade. Also, you can even roar like a tiger. To be honest, I don't even hear drivers going off about the parade. Maybe it's just that I don't know that many drivers, or maybe the people of the city are so happy and are so proud to be part of this amazing cause. Right now, we're walking to the end of the square where there'll be a lot of positive and great information about how to save our tigers. Hold, press the can, here, and try to be careful, don't spray in your face. Come on, let's do it. Let's spray a little bit more right there. Well, now you're done. Write your name or your initial, or just leave a signature right there. We are right now making this beautiful installation with some of my most amazing helpers. Who is next? What is the result that you're expecting in doing this very big sign? Which is going to be very beautifully done. It will be very beautiful and it will say, I'm a tiger. Well, let me just take part of this, leave my own part of the installation. Okay, let's do it here. Do I keep it closer or further down? Just closer to the cutout. Just do whatever. Oh no, the marker has dried. Oh well, no worries. It looks like the paint not only just stayed on the wall, but also I have an art project on my little hand. Well, to be very frank, saving the tigers is a thing that needs to be done for our ecology. As you know, this tropical animal, many thousands of years ago, ended up in this extreme environment. A foreign tropical species that actually ended up surviving and living in negative temperatures and the snowy areas has had its environmental impact. And sadly enough for the animal, they can't exactly come up with that many cubs every year to be able to survive. Such a country as Russian Federation has this animal as one of the pride of the area. It's a pride of our country, and we need to save it. To be able to save the tigers, we need to combine our forces together. To be able to save it, we'll need to combine the forces together. We also understand that the tiger can't live on its own and it needs actual animals to eat, the claw-footed animals like deers and other type of animals. And obviously we need major forests. It can't live on concrete. So particular project not only for saving the tigers. This is a project for saving our forests and other animals. Sadly enough, or maybe not sadly, apart from the animals, we also have a big human society that lives in taiga, that uses the forest for their life, and they depend on the forest to be able to survive. So in a way, the protection of the Amur tiger is a way to reach a compromise between the society and the animal. The tiger population is just an indicator whether we're able to actually reach our goal. There are classic risks that can affect them, and how. Sadly, from all the legends, the South Asian medical beliefs think that parts of tigers can help humans medically, but till date, no biochemists have been able to confirm that. Also, there are poachers who don't only hunt for tigers, but other animals that live in the area. For example, the poaching of deers. It is very attractive because of the high demand of black market wild meat. Also, the illegal destruction of forest areas, as well as wildfires, are a major threat to the ecology in the area. These are the major three factors that we need to solve, and these are not only being taken care of by the organization and the protection of the wildlife, but also the governmental structures and governmental areas, just like wildlife reserves. Have you actually seen any results in the past 2 years ever since the protections actually started? Yes, we have had an increase of numbers of tigers. It's a small victory, and actually the amount of tigers has increased to a level where it became from the status of extinct to a status of endangered. Scientifically looking, in Russia, at this particular stage, we have around 580 to 600 species of tigers, and the population is gradually growing. This would be enough to reconstruct the whole species without the issues with the DNA. As long as we don't continue doing ethical mistakes, this animal has a chance of surviving. On the other hand, we also understand that 600 species is by far not enough for this predator. One of the major risks is the conflict areas between humans and the predators. Thankfully for us, we can say that Russian Federation has found a humanitarian way, in a way, of solving the issue between humans and the predator. There are many organizations actually help solving such conflicts with a non-violent way. For example, we have one in Khabarovsk, which is a wildlife reserve that helps solve solutions and questions not to harm the animal on a physical way. The wildlife reserve system in Russia is more than 100 years old, but lately there has been a huge trend of creation of national parks. One of the reasons is because wildlife reserves have very strict rules, and you cannot exactly bring tourists to the area to teach them about such things. On the other hand, national parks have a similar system, but here you're able to show the tourists and explain to them what is going on with the animal, show them the animal, and explain to them what is around them, how the animal should live in a controlled environment through paths that tourists can follow. This has actually increased the amount of ecological tourism and the educational level of the society that lives in the Primorye Krai. Due to the fact that the wildlife reserves don't actually bring money and the national parks do, we're able to not only develop the areas and the stations, but bring money to the people who live around here. That helps to develop a different trend and expand their knowledge. And we can't say that these people don't know that this animal is so important. But now they started to also celebrate the tiger. How does the Day of the Tiger celebrate, and how does it help educate the process of the ecological enlightenment? The Day of the Tiger is a major stepping stone for every single resolution that comes there when it comes to nature. It's not just about protecting the tigers. It's about protecting the real world that we live in, and we have invested millions into the protection of the area. And being able to show and control the society around here for the development of the Far East, and to be able to increase the number of leopards and Amur tigers that have survived in the Primorye Krai, would not be possible without the love of the society for these animals. The government could never do this alone. No matter how much the government can enforce the protection, if the society does not want to do anything about it and chooses to kill an animal and spread out the poison and putting out traps for the animal, it's a personalized decision for every single one of them. But the fact that we're able to move away from the level extinct to level 2 of the endangerment is a result not of the government protection, but this is coming from the full-on help of the society. As humans, we're actually ecologically proud that we are people and we love our tiger. There are two types of humans out there. Some that love their ecology and some that decide to trash everything in every single national park, break normal city parks, trees. But because that amount has been decreasing, the type of a human that respects the nature, respects the tigers, respects the ecology, can become a future leader in our community and help do the natural reserves and national parks. These people can come to decision-making that will not only help us as a society, but help our ecology. And I know there is a huge number of people increasing in our city that have love and affection for the nature around us. This will result in a cleaner future in a cleaner city. And one of the major results and one of the major goals of Russia to be able to increase the tigers in our territory and be able to save them and show them to our children will be achieved. There's going to come a time where every single kid is proud to be able to protect it. And one of my biggest dreams is to actually have people all over Russia be proud of the factor that our region has the most amazing animal living around us. As we move close to the end of the episode, we should probably think about the results. First of all, we can say the number of tigers have gradually increased. And this also helps the social and governmental funds that help protect the animals. The knowledge that we're giving will not only just help the tigers to grow, but just in a few years, the number of tigers will increase and will be a good example for other countries to do such projects. We are all very proud to be one of the biggest festivals in the world. And this day is coming to an end. Keep in touch on Amazing Asia.